Hey, it's Elizabeth. This Mercury retrograde is killing me as far as communicating. I'm just going to try and push past it, how I feel. The words don't really come to my head when a Mercury is in retrograde because my sign, Virgo, is ruled by Mercury, so I'm just going to push past it. I still feel nervous being on here. My spiritual awakening started in August 2020, the first Lionsgate portal. And then yesterday, the Lionsgate portal, 8824, 888, was so freaking intense. Oh my God. It was like, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Let me take a deep breath. I'm so nervous. What happened to me yesterday was the most intense, I want to say 2-hour dark night of the rapid dark night of the soul. Whereas my first dark night of the soul took place over many years, starting in August 2020. I feel like it concluded last night, like yesterday was my breakthrough. I'm gonna try and get through this without crying. It was so intense. It was the worst thing I've ever been through. Sorry. It was the most intense, worst thing, hardest thing I've ever been through. But I feel like that was my breakthrough. Yesterday was my breakthrough. It was like I'm shaking. It was like everything I had asked for the past 4 years happened. I've been begging for a more intimate relationship with God. I've been begging to be healed. And last night was like 2 hours of God showing me why everything in my life had to happen the way that it did. Enlightening me to see everything that had happened in my life. I had to go through all these things. I had to be put through all this to be healed, to have this most intimate moment with God. Was just like the worst panic attack you could imagine. I'm trying to verbalize how I feel on a Mercury retrograde for a Virgo, which is impossible. Just like a 2-hour fucking panic attack where I literally can't breathe. I'm literally begging God, please don't leave my side. I can't breathe. Don't leave me for 1 second. What I'm going through is so painful. I can't live through the pain. I cannot live through the pain of the things you just showed me. Don't show me anything else. Don't show me anything else. Well, it's just crazy. God literally showed me everything. I was begging at the end of the 2 hours. Please don't show me anymore. Please don't show me anymore. I don't want to know. I mean, it was like facing the fear of not being loved was so painful. The most painful thing I've ever been through. I beg God, please don't ever let me know what it feels like not to be loved again. I can't take it. I was begging God not to leave me. In that moment, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe like 2 hours straight. Like, please don't show me anymore. Please don't show me anymore. It was so crazy. It was so intense. The closest I've ever been with anybody in my life. I'm still trying to process it. I went on my walk this morning and I'm feeling different. I'm feeling different today. I feel healed. I feel like facing all those truths. It was so painful. I just remember just crying. God, please, I can't bear another second of not being loved. It hurts so bad. And he was there. He was there for me. He didn't leave me. It's just like the hardest 2 hours of my life. I feel different this morning, like I went through all this just to know that God's love is enough. God's love will save you. God's love will heal you. I don't ever want to go through that again. I don't ever want to go through that again. It was just like so hard to realize that I'd never been loved. I had never had love in my life aside from God. Was so freaking powerful. So freaking powerful. I just feel like I've just been waiting for this spiritual awakening, waiting to feel something different for 4 years, and then it was just like the Lionsgate portal yesterday. It just happened for me. It was crazy. It was so intense. Please bear with me. I cannot communicate during a Mercury retrograde. That's why I haven't been on here. I want to tell you everything about my spiritual awakening over the past 4 years, but I can't even collect my thoughts. I just know I had to get on here and say my breakthrough happened last night. I wasn't sure who I was until last night. I thought I thought God was just bullshitting me. And then I was shown everything last night. It was so crazy. It was the hardest thing I ever been through. But I feel like I wasn't in the mindset to go through it before. It really took me 4 years to be ready to go through something like that. It took me 4 years of going through terrible things for me to get to a point where I realized that I cannot go through anything without God. I was begging Him not to leave me. That the things He was showing me was so painful that I couldn't live. I couldn't live another second. Please just be with me. Please tell me you love me. Please get me through. Please get me through this moment. I mean, just to be that vulnerable was really hard for me. To even say that I need you is the hardest thing. I need help. I was crying. I need help. I cannot live through another second of being hated and not loved. I cannot live through it. The pain is too great for me to go on. I cannot live another second with this pain. Then it was like I couldn't breathe. I was having a panic attack. The whole time I could hear my inner voice saying, "This is your breakthrough. This is your breakthrough. Just go through it. You're doing great." Was hard. But I think I can finally say I'm healed. I think I'm healed. I think facing all the things that have happened to me was like lightning bolts of pain. Like, this person hates you. This person hates you. This is why this happened in your life. Just like lightning bolts of the worst memories that you could have about life. And God was right there, holding my hand. Through it was the most vulnerable I've ever been. I don't ever want to go through it again. I don't ever want to go through it again. I just wanted to. I couldn't even wrap my head around getting on yesterday and recording myself. It was too much. I, first of all, spent 2 hours with my heart rate above 120. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't even catch my breath. I was begging God, please don't leave me until this panic attack is over. I couldn't even verbalize what happened to me yesterday. I still don't even know if I'm doing it justice. I can't think during a Mercury retrograde. I'm just trying to push past it. I'm trying to push past it and talk about this. Because I'm going to help other people with their spiritual awakenings. I am going to heal other people with God, to be spiritually enlightened. God is going to save you. He's going to save us. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. It's true. Sorry I cried. It was such a beautiful, beautiful moment where the first time in my life I felt love. I felt like crying about it and having a panic attack about it. I mean, it was so dramatic. It was so dramatic. I couldn't even breathe. I was like, please, God, don't leave me. So over the top dramatic, but so powerful, so intense, so beautiful. That I feel saved. Completely saved. Don't harbor any hate or ill will towards anybody. I just needed God's love. That was what I needed. He saved me from the pain of not being loved, from the pain and trauma of my childhood, of everything, every bad thing I've ever been through, every single bad thing. I was saved from all that just yesterday. It was, I don't know. I've just waited so long for my breakthrough. I waited so long to feel different, to be healed all the way. It made me feel like the past 4 years was worth it. Like this whole journey to heal was worth it. I mean, like, by the end of it, I was literally laughing. I was so happy it was over. I couldn't imagine how much longer it would be. After those 2 hours, I was just crazy. It was, I don't know, I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word for it. It was the worst thing I've ever been through, but the most liberating, the most vulnerable I've ever been, the closest I've ever been with God. He's gonna save us. He's gonna save you, just like he saved me. I mean, so I can tell you, you can listen to me from somebody who was never loved, ever. God's love is enough. It got me through. He healed me. He healed me. It was so intense. It's the closest I've ever been to anybody in my life. I don't ever want to go through it again. I don't ever want to go through it again. I don't want to see anymore. I don't want to see anymore. I guess I saw enough yesterday. Anyway, I just had to try to get on here, try to push past my fears. My fears are talking about my life. My fears are talking about my trauma. I don't want to be different. I don't want to have to go through pain to see all that. It was really hard. But I feel like it was a turning point for me. So anyway, I am gonna share more about my spiritual awakening. I gotta collect my thoughts. I really gotta collect my thoughts. Please bear with me. I wasn't even aware of who I was until yesterday. I just wasn't clear. I wasn't clear until last night, the Lionsgate portal, where now I feel like I'm fully awakened. I'm fully spiritually enlightened. I'm fully aligned with God. Was the most crazy, intense thing I have ever been through. So, please let me get my thoughts together. It's gonna be hard for me until the 27th of August is when the Mercury retrograde is up. And usually it takes me a day or two to get back to normal. I wasn't even feeling this Mercury retrograde until yesterday. Just a feeling like I can't communicate. I can't put to words how I'm feeling. That's why I'm trying to push past. I don't know. Is anybody else feeling the Lionsgate portal like that? Like, I don't know. Like, I had just spent 4 years begging for a more intimate relationship with God. I spent 4 years of going through absolute hell to where I even lost my faith. I lost my faith in God several times. Several times I stopped talking to him. I was so mad and just like, I wasn't even expecting that yesterday. I really was not. My day was going to be normal. I got up and walked. I was going to do music bingo last night, but I don't know, spiritual awakening, dark night, rapid dark night of the souls had me confined to my hotel room. I couldn't even get out of bed. It was so crazy. So crazy. I'm just glad I made it through. I'm glad I made it through that. I mean, with all that being said, God is coming back. He is going to save us. He is going to save you. He saved me, a junkie whore. He saved me. I just want to be honest about what I've been through. I don't know. I just wanted to get on here and describe to you, if I could, what happened to me last night. I feel healed. I feel healed. I feel different. I mean, I don't feel different how nervous I feel talking about my life. I do. I feel really nervous about that part. I mean, what an amazing breakthrough. After 4 years, what an amazing breakthrough that I am healed. That my story is going to let everybody know God is real. God can save you from every terrible thing that has ever happened to you and me. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's all I can say. Thank you for listening to me. I will try and piece together my thoughts about what I went through the past 4 years, what was necessary for me. But thank you for listening to me through my Mercury retrograde